Hey guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and I'm here on my dining room table because I needed to spread out a little bit for this project, and I am going to make a static grass applicator for my model train layout. Static grass is a flocking that you put on and you use a sieve to sprinkle it on, and you sprinkle it onto glue, and because it's applied to with static electricity, you end up making it stand up on end, so it looks like real grass instead of just being little particles laying flat on the ground. So it gives it a three-dimensional effect. We'll start off the project by going to one of our favorite shopping places, and that is Harbor Freight. And you pick up one of these electric fly swatters. See that? Yeah, and I haven't opened it yet. Let's do it. The whole basis of this project is this electric fly swatter. Get that out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the fly swatter part, and down inside here, this is operated with two D-cell batteries. What I'm going to do is take the two wires that come out and go to the two different grates that are in here. And I don't know if you can see, but there's the outside grate and then there's an inside one. And when the flies or whatever bugs you're swatting at go in there, they get electrocuted. Yeah, well, we don't want to electrocute anybody, but we want to make static electricity, which is what we're going to do with this. And so I have my materials. I have this. I have a pair of alligator clips like this. You don't have to have the plastic on them. I just happen to have those already. Some solder for soldering the wire. A soldering gun, which is down here. I'll pull it up out of the thing. You can't see it. There it is. I got it in my little rack. And then I have a Phillips screwdriver for taking this apart with. And I also have my little propane torch, mini propane torch. That's for the shrink tubing that I'm going to use. And of course, a pair of wire cutters. And last but not least, we have a screen, and this is a used one. It's got a little gobbledygook around the edges. I bought it at a thrift store, but I want to use this one because it's nice and fine and it's not all bent up. Most of the other screens that I have like this that I use for sieving sand and stuff like that are they're bent up. This one's not, and the grass is only going to come out the bottom pretty much. So let's get on with it without any further talking. And I'm going to take this thing apart. It has a few screws to disassemble it, and I'll bring you back when I have it all disassembled. We'll see how long it's going to take to do this. I'm thinking it can't be really, really long. Now, I have seen other people do this on YouTube, so this isn't anything new per se, but it's just new for me. So, nice thing about this one, instead of having just little single core wires here, it has some very solid ones, very nice ones that are coated. And of course, in the process of cutting that off, I also cut the wires, which is fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually solder my red wire right here instead of splicing it together like I saw some guys do. And then I will solder my other wire, blue one, to the yellow side. Okay, there's one on. Undo the other one quickly. Okay, hopefully that's in there good. Okay, so what I have done with my screen here is I put a couple of notches in the bottom, and I've cut the handle down shorter here so that this will sit right on top of the studs here like that. And I'm going to take the piece that I cut off here and I'm going to mark my holes, and then we'll put the other side back on. And so I have drilled the handle on my thing, and you're going to have to make yours, modify yours according to the kind of screen that you use. The way this is going to sit down in here, this lip on mine was going to sit flat on the housing, and then because there was no support underneath here, I put a couple of aluminum sleeves down there. Now my wires go down through the middle, and because this has a hollow space in here, they're going to come right down underneath there, and this is going to clip down over those posts. Get my wires in there. Just like that. Okay, so now make sure my switch is in place. And we're going to put this back together. Just like that. And we'll put our screws back in to hold it together. Now, we need to have one of these wires connected to our screen. And that wire will, when it's hooked to the screen, will make the secondary side of our static electric conductor. And then we need to have one that we can clip on down to our layout. And I'm going to solder a wire up here on the side of this so that I can take this wire off after I have sprinkled my stuff on. And if you get some places where it lays down and it's not standing up as quite as much as you'd like to, you could put a nail or even clip it onto a screwdriver like this and take it back and forth across the places where it's not standing up, and that would help to make it stand up better rather than having to drag this big thing. And that way, if you're doing it in around like trees and stuff like that, you could get in underneath the trees and help it to stand up. So I'm going to solder a wire right here on the side so that I can clip this onto the side and yet leave it long enough so I can still work with it away from the screen. Okay, so we have soldered our ends on now, and we're just about ready to test it. I'm going to show you what I did here. This is evidently stainless steel, so it wouldn't solder. So what I ended up doing was pushing the wire through and soldered the ends of the wire on the inside so it would stay in there and stay in contact. Hopefully that'll work. The proof of the pudding is trying it out now. 2D batteries. We'll take it down on the layout, see what happens.